Hola amigos! Tonight we're going to look at comparatives in español. This comes from Unidad 3, Lección 2, página 174. So let's watch the video.
Hey there. You know, we get a lot of questions from our viewers about Toño and Toña. Like, do you ever see one without the other?
Basically, no, not really.
We're always together.
We work as a team.
But what a lot of people don't know is that they're twins. And while you may think they're alike in every way, they're not. For example,
Yo soy más inteligente que mi hermano.
but Toño's got his strengths too. That's right. For example, yo soy más atlético que mi hermana. Another thing, I know it's tough, little dudes, but we have to face it. They're vertically challenged.
He's right.
No way to deny it.
Somos menos altos que Pablo.
But there's one thing they both do exactly the same. They both talk a lot. Toño habla tanto como Toña, and vice versa.
Okay, we can't help it. We like to talk.
We both like to talk. Did we mention we're twins?
It's like we're the same person.
But yet, strangely different.
All right, so lots to unpack here. These are the sentences that we're focusing on for this video. Yo soy más inteligente que mi hermano. I am more intelligent than my brother. Yo soy más atlético que mi hermana. I am more athletic than my sister. Somos menos altos que Pablo. We are less tall than Pablo, or shorter, but less tall than Pablo. Toño habla tanto como Toña. So Toño talks just as much as Toña. Now, let's look more at the English. So comparatives are expressions used to compare two people or things. In English, comparative adjectives are formed by ending er to the end of the word or by using more, less, or as. So in English, Rodrigo is taller. Notice the er added to the end of the adjective to make it a comparison or a comparative adjective. Rodrigo is taller than his sister. Rodrigo es más alto que su hermana. Let's look a little more now. So as you can figure out by now, we are making comparisons. So oftentimes the grammar for those words, turning them into words that are used to compare two things, are called comparatives. But there are several phrases in Spanish we use to make comparisons. Here's how. Use the following phrase with an adjective to compare two things. So the adjective will agree with the first noun. So let's not look below yet, but mi abuela es más artística que mi padre. My grandma is more artistic than my father. So again, más, we're focusing on here, más que. All right, so, and it agrees with the first noun. Mi abuela es más artística. Okay, it agrees. Here we'll have an example with menos, which is less than. La clase de ciencias es menos divertida que la clase de inglés. Science class is less fun than English class. Again, it matches divertida, the adjective, matches la clase de ciencias, the la, right, the article. So here's one where they're equal, they're the same. Same what? Seria is the word. So tus hermanas son tan serias como la maestra. Your sisters are as serious as the teacher. So again, notice how we have an adjective. It's in bold that we're using to compare the two things. In this case, people and then classes, but the adjective is there. So if you don't have an adjective, so you can make comparisons that don't involve an adjective. Use these phrases. Más que, me gusta ir a la biblioteca más que al gimnasio, I like to go to the library more than going to the gym. Another one with menos que, again, we know adjective here. The adjective would go in between if there was one, but there is not one. You're just comparing them by very simple expressions. So me gustan las hamburguesas menos que los tacos. I like hamburgers less than I like tacos. And here they're equal. So it's a question. ¿Te gusta hablar tanto como escuchar? Do you like to talk as much as you like to listen? Notice there is a slight difference. When you have the adjective, it's tan como. When you don't, it's tanto como. Okay. The other thing is there are a couple of irregulars in Spanish and actually in English as well. So the few irregular comparative words would be, you don't say more with these or less with these, right? You don't say more older or less younger. You would just say the word older or younger, right? We don't say more, más, more better, right? Maybe my four-year-old will, or my 8-year-old, hopefully he's learning. But again, you wouldn't say worse, less worse, or more. You don't need the más o menos with those. Instead, of course, they're just the four. So mayor is older, menor is younger, mejor is better, and peor is worse. So they agree in number because they don't end in a O, right? They agree in number with the first noun. So here we have an example where the first noun is plural, right? It could be singular. In that case, you wouldn't have to worry about it, right? But here it's plural. So mis tíos son mayores que mi hermana. So my uncles are older than my aunts. Okay, we'll look at it again.